Happy Easter, everyone. I hope that you guys are having or had a fantastic Easter Sunday. If you celebrate on kind of the Western calendar, I know those of you guys on the Orthodox or Eastern calendar, that's going to be coming up in May. But it's Easter for me here, so I thought it'd be really cool to go ahead and reflect on what Easter has meant to me and what it means to me now. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Brian Elliott, and this channel is all about my journey as I've moved away from being kind of a hardcore fundamentalist Christian into being more spiritual but not religious. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. My Easter experience as a kid was very much like many Americans. I went to church pretty much every Sunday, but Easter was always special. Family would always get more dressed up. We'd go to church. Then a lot of times the extended family, grandparents and great-grandparents would come over. We'd go over to their house for an Easter lunch or dinner. And I have like a lot of fond memories of, sitting around that big table with the ham or whatever it might be. There'd be Easter egg hunts, different things like that. As I grew older, started to understand the actual meaning of Easter and, Jesus dying on the cross and being resurrected and what that meant for my life and all of that. And Easter, meant a great deal more to me and was always a big deal to me. Growing up in my teens, in my, early adulthood. Then kind of as I moved away from church, Easter's been less and less of a big deal, to the point where, 2021, 2020, there really wasn't much Easter happening because of COVID. But I don't really think that my Easter would look or feel that much different if there wasn't COVID. There are a lot of people who are like, we go to church on Christmas and Easter. I'm like, I don't see the point. If I'm just gonna go on Christmas and Easter, like, why even go at all if I don't really believe the same way that I used to, that I'm an evil person and the only way to be saved is through the blood of Jesus. If I don't really believe that anymore, why would I go to church, especially on a day when it's extra crowded? And I'm not a big fan of crowds, so it doesn't really feel like any different Sunday. And so I was reflecting on this today, and it was kind of like, this is really interesting, because this day that used to mean so much and have such significance in my life really doesn't anymore. And I was kind of thinking about it because I was, there's a part of me that's kind of sad and kind of misses that and kind of wishes that I could go back to that way of thinking where, Easter did mean so much to me and it was so significant in my life and so meaningful. And I kind of miss that, being around all these people who think the same and believe the same and are just as excited about the death and resurrection of Jesus and how that's changed their lives. And there's also part of me that's kind of like thankful that I'm not caught up in all that pomp and circumstance of what Easter used to mean for me and what it means for a lot of people, and the craziness and dealing with church parking lots and traffic. So it's just been really, really interesting to kind of reflect on, realizing that there is a part of me that like really misses grandiosity of the church, Christian Easter kind of celebration. And there's a part of me that's thankful that I don't have to, go through all of that every Easter. I think there's more of me that honestly misses that. And, I thought about even this morning, should I just pick a church and go to a church to kind of experience that? But there's also kind of that, particularly with like the evangelical church part, where everybody knows that the people who only go to church once or twice a year are going to be there. Maybe the people who don't go to church at all decided to go, people like me, and they're gonna like zero in on us like a hawk and be kind of love bombing us, or really trying to get all of our information, or set up some kind of meeting, or like, you know, try and pull you back into the church in a way that I'm not comfortable with, and is one of the reasons that I'm left the church to begin with. Long story there. So it's just kind of really interesting to be reflecting on all that, and I'd love to know, for those of you who have stepped away from the church, what does Easter mean to you? Is it still a big kind of family pomp and circumstance holiday? Is it one where you do go to church once or twice a year for like Easter and Christmas? Are you like me and it really just has kind of lost all of its significance and value for you? Or for those of you who maybe are still very much in the Christian faith, like, what does it mean for you? How has all of what I've said hit you? I'd love to hear all of your perspectives in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, consider giving it a like, consider subscribing for more content like this, and I will catch all of you guys very soon.